we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Rainbow Warriors offense will have the opening possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Meadows. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He lets it fly. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 2.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hawaii. Great job by the back on the option.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Kennesaw State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon.
wasn't able to get a lot of leg on that one, and it gave him a chance to field it, and then he found his lane, he put his foot in the ground, and it was off to the races. A huge momentum-shifting play on special teams for that touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. It's caught. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Here comes the hurry up. Here comes the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the offense about to dial up its 10th play of this drive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds his back in the middle. And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. They'll go right back to him. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wells. He picks it up, still on his feet. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
You got to be Johnny on the spot sometime. How about that? The guy fumbles the ball, but his teammate was very aware. He was able to scoop it up himself, take it in for a touchdown. Guys, they may want to put that play in their game plan next week.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for a man. It's Meadows. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
This time he's got him. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the back. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to pass. It's Meadows. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Rainbow Warrior. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And in with the extra point. They're down a touchdown, 21-14.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Off play action on first down. His big tight end. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Let's take a second to think about Hawaii. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Back to pass, it's Meadows. Pulls it in. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Rainbow Warriors are facing 3rd and inches. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time. 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got his man downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning.
Touchdown, Hawaii! Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Gives it to the back on the draw. And into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Kennesaw State right back to work. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve.
There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Swings it out to the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. He makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. The give on the option. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Meadows. Makes the grab. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And the Rainbow Warriors will line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. Get our confidence going. We just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Quick pass on the jet motion. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Flips it out to the back. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well?
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Warriors! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Got a wide open receiver. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking downfield on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He lost one down the sideline. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Kennesaw State!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least the one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his
turning it on! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Meadows. Here comes the heat. Got his man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Rainbow Warriors are on the move. Hands it off. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And wings it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
To the air on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And they take it in for 6 more points. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football. You know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
And the extra point was good. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. And the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He's got him in the flat. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Oh, they're after him. Fires on the run. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll go to the toss. Got the first down. He's still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Gives it on the option. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawaii!
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much...
It's a seam wide open! And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And this offense, man, they talked about it coming out of half. They wanted to get their guy into a rhythm. To do that, man, you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. He's been hit a lot. He hasn't made that many plays throughout this football game.
Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. And they'll just down it right there. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit too for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays to get him behind the sticks.
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking on.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They'll run it from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Rainbow Warriors pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll leave it with him. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is